All right. Good good morning, I guess. Good morning everybody to anyone that's joining. Welcome to the live stream. Hopefully you can hear me and see me okay. This is a bit of a tester, a little bit of a tester kind of live stream because I'm using the mobile type format and just seeing whether I can get it to work with OBS. Oh shit, hold on. Cheers. Yeah, just leave them here. Yeah, that was perfect. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. See you later. Oh, bloody timing, eh? Bloody timing. Hey, Leanne, how are you? I'm glad you like the haircut. I've hidden it because of hopefully it looks and sounds all okay because I've actually got you on my phone because then it allows me to mooch around the shop, so hopefully you can actually still see everything. I look younger. Oh, thank you. It's a bit of a mess, but yeah, I do like it. But yeah, so the idea behind this is I've been tinkering a little bit, and I can now walk around, as you can see. Oh god, my cap is all ski whiff now. Hold on here. Yeah, I can walk around and be more mobile, which I think is cool. So I've been trying to figure out a lot of technical kind of stuff recently, because I'm looking to obviously sell on other platforms and all that kind of stuff. I'm trying to sell on Whatnot, and I'm trying to sell on all the other bits and pieces that are out there. So hey Peter, thanks for popping in. I've been trying to figure out what's the best way of using the technology. Oh my god, Tommy, man, you're just freaking way too kind. So I've been trying to just figure out little bits of technology, testing. And I'm so sorry, again, I have not got all my alerts and stuff set up yet, so I feel awful, but thank you still very much for the $5. It's much appreciated. Got to make that YouTube money. So I failed you again. Oh man, I don't need any more failure in life. I've got enough. But thank you for the message nonetheless. But this is pretty cool though, right? I'm actually got you on my phone, and it is on. I am actually using. This is the opposite of daily refinement. Yeah, this is more like daily disaster. I should start up my own like parody channel, like Daily Disaster, and go live and share things. Oh, you know what's really like. I'm pretty happy with this though, because this is actually through. I'm actually talking to you guys through my phone, and but it's still connected wirelessly to OBS, so I can then walk around the shop. And the idea is, I can kind of when I'm doing things like my TikTok lives, because I have a TikTok shop and do TikTok lives as well. I can walk around and show people stuff, and the same goes with like Whatnot. Obviously, it's great to be able to just have a bit of mobility. It's another alternative. So yeah, I'm really liking it. The shop's actually closed today. I'm only here to do a bit of packaging for eBay. There's a couple of people outside. You can see, look, they just stand outside with their dogs talking. It's pretty cool. But yeah, Drew Trott in Australia has been doing vertical streams. Yeah, is this counting as a vertical stream? Are you watching this on your phone or anything? I don't know. I did choose mobile as the method, and then I'm obviously using my phone. It's vertical. Apparently, it's meant to reach. People that watch shorts, but at the moment it looks like I'm not reaching those people because there's only 6 people live here. But is it filling your screen? Is my beautiful visage? Oh, check this out. Look, do you remember the Futurama ship? I've got that as well. That's pretty cool. Yeah, now I can just move. I've got this box of packing material as well, which I will move out of the way. So I can walk around and I can just show you things. So look, I've got this cool Futurama ship. How cool is that? I love that. I love that show. It's an okay little model, but nothing special. I'm watching on my Mac, and you are in portrait mode. Oh, super, super. Thank you. As long as it's filling the screen and it's doing its job there, that's really good. Because apparently, when you do, I think the reason why people are doing vertical streams is because I believe you're meant to then reach people that watch shorts. You know, the YouTube shorts and things. Also, how in sync is the audio with my voice? Because I'm betting it's slightly out, but hopefully it's not too badly out. Hi Antoinette, thank you for popping in. So yeah, that's good. Yeah, so it's cool that I'm able to do this now, because then I could also still have different cameras set up and for different situations. But this is quite good to be able to go, hey guys, check this out. I've got this in the shop. I've got this in the shop. Tommy is. Oh no, have I just broken it now because I've gone into the photo that Tommy sent me? I have. Yeah, I've broken it now. Okay. Bear with me, guys. I know you can still hear me. Oh, that looks pretty good. Okay. That's what it looks like. Okay, that's all right. Yeah, I should have. I'm using this software called Camo, so I now need to go back into it because I've just now I've just gotten rid of it. There we go. I'm watching on my Xbox in bed, chest infection. You look so professional. Really? Oh, that's fantastic. Well, I'm sorry that you've got a chest infection. Oh, there we go. I'm back. Yeah, look at that. It's my haircut as well. That Leanne said made me look younger, and I'm happy about that. I'm really sorry to hear that you've got a chest infection, but thank you for popping in. Camo is definitely working. We can't see. No, Camo is excellent. Camo, I've got to say, is a very good bit of software. I'm using it. It seems to work really well. I like the fact that I'm on the Wi-Fi. This is just more of a technological kind of geeky stream, really. I like the fact that I'm on my Wi-Fi. My phone is now my webcam, and I could. The thing is, with all this, I could still do all the things that you can do on OBS, but on my phone. So if I wanted to, I could use this up a little bit. So I don't know, let me not break anything, but let me see. If I wanted to add some cool stuff, like I suppose I could still add all of those overlays and you know, those weird, you know, all those things that I used to have, all the sound and all that stuff. I'm sure I could add that. Browser source, that's it, browser source, add existing. I don't think I've got any existing browser sources, but I can add stuff. Media, scene. What else is there? Audio. I don't know what else. Yeah, I'll have to set it up. But you know, like all the little things that I used to have set up before, like all the kind of. Yeah, no, I haven't got anything else set up. Yeah, I haven't got anything else set up on this particular OBS. But I can be on mobile. But whilst being on mobile, I can still benefit. So I'm still using, basically I'm using my mobile phone on OBS. That's all it is. So I'm now wireless on OBS. So I can just walk around. Hey, Tom, the English picker. Thanks for popping in, Tom. Yeah, so that's what it is, really. It's just more, like I said, it's just cool that I can now be, you know, mobile, walk around. I don't know why it's cool. I mean, I can do it anyway. That's the main part, is I can now do it. So let's have a little chat. But like I said, I've got an hour to kill. It's Wednesday here well, I think it's Wednesday everywhere, pretty much, isn't it? Unless you live somewhere where the time zone it's middle of the day, so I don't even think the time zone would affect anything, would it? Hey Lex, how are you? So I've got an hour to kill. Wednesday midday. I'm going to pick Rebecca up at 1 o'clock. Once I pick Rebecca up, we are going out. It's like our date night. Is it? Oh, someone's just stood outside. I think people's dogs like to pee on our shop, you know. So you see all these people stopping outside the shop, and you think for a second, oh look, yeah, they're looking at the window, and no, they're just letting their dog have a piss. So we might catch that. I don't know. I should put a webcam like in the window to watch people. But yeah, so Wednesday has become like Rebecca and I's like date afternoon. She finishes work at midday, and then Becca and I go and like we just chill out. You know, we actually spend some time together. It's really important to set time aside for that. and we're really looking forward to it. Today, I don't know, we might be going for a KFC or a McDonald's, no, a KFC or a Burger King, those are the options, because we're quite fancy when we go out on our dates. But we're going to decide whether it's KFC or Burger King. Not quite sure which one it is yet. The idea is every week we're going to go out, we're going to just choose somewhere different and we're going to move up a notch. So eventually we'll go and maybe eat at like Five Guys, and then we might actually end up at a restaurant at some point, which would be nice. Yeah, romantic dinner, yeah, that's it. And thanks for sending my figure. No worries, Lex, thank you for your purchase. I've got to say, Whatnot is, I've really got to figure Whatnot out. It's, I can't, I can't do pound starts and everything. I just can't, like it's too, I just can't. It's not worth it. I've got my stuff listed on my website where I don't pay any fees whatsoever. I can sell stuff on TikTok Shop now, and again, I'll get my price there. Whatnot. I think I've seen some sellers on Whatnot, and they literally go live. And rather than doing £1 starts, they just start their items. They just run a bunch of items at the prices they want. And the thing is, when I first saw them, I was like, oh, this is awful, because it's just like, they're not getting any of the prices they want. But I found someone that does that, like with Funko Pops and comics, and they might not sell a lot, but say if you're in the shop all day, you might only get a handful of customers anyway. If you go live on Whatnot for an hour or something and show like a shit ton of items and about 2 or 3 people pick something up, that's still a good result when you think about it, as long as they're like paying like a price that you're happy with. So I saw this guy, I think his name's Comic Fan Store, I watch him on Whatnot, and he will start his items. Very rarely does he do like the odd pound star or cheaper starts. I suppose you can always mix those in with certain items, because there are certain items that I can happily do £1 starts with. But I don't want to I don't want to just stress myself out. What's better, KFC or Morley's? It would have to be Morley's, but I've not had a Morley's in years, so I can't really speak for them, because I've not had one in a long, long time. Last time I had a Morley's was probably a few years ago now. So I've got to go with, up here I've tried a few off-brand chicken shops. They're just crap, so I've just had KFC. But like down south, Morley's was just godlike at the time. I don't know what they're like now though. Get £1 stock, badges, comics, patches. Yeah, I've got that stuff. That's the thing. I can do that stuff at £1 starts. I can get cheap £1 items. I can do that, and I suppose I should get some of that in. But then, like all the nicer stuff, I'm going to do a proper, just a proper kind of pricing, because the stuff I've got like is decent. So people do want it. It's in demand. It's not like bad stuff that I'm just trying to get rid of. So it's just another avenue. Kind of like if I go, like when I do a TikTok live, the whole point is just to show my shop off, and I've got my items in the TikTok shop. It's just more eyeballs, another opportunity for someone to buy. And I've got to see Whatnot rather than as like a £1 auction stream for people to get bargains. I've got to just see it as, even if they don't buy there and then, it doesn't matter. It's more about it's another opportunity for me to offer my products. So if I'm sat here in the shop and the shop's quiet, I can quickly go on Whatnot, and I can have maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 people looking at my items, maybe not buying them, but at least eyeballs are on them, and I can be like, hey, I sell this for 30 in the shop, one off, I'll do you 10% off. Because even my shop, to be honest with you, I'm not even sure about the 10% off, because I feel like my shop prices are very good. Our shop prices are really competitive, so I kind of feel like I should just offer on Whatnot at the shop prices. Maybe do a little bit off at most, but I don't think I need to. I think that I've got like good pricing strategy in the shop. We always offer, if we get something at a good price, we offer it at a good price, that kind of thing. And I just think like certain stuff, like it's just a case of just showing people, hey, I've got this. Are you interested? Here's the price. And then if I get a sell, I get a sell. If I don't, I don't. But at least it's more eyeballs than just the local people. Tom says, I'm trying to get away from pound start. Yeah. I think I think there's always got. I'm gonna always have something pound starting because I kind of feel like it's a nice thing to do. I think it keeps people interested and people do like it for that. So I think the odd pound start doesn't hurt. I just think like everything pound start for me is not viable with the stock that I've got. I just don't think it, because you're just not going to get the prices. Like for example, there's a big seller of Funko Pops called Magpie Toys. They do a fair few pound starts, but I've noticed recently they're starting to just offer things at prices. They just show pops to their viewers. They normally have about 50 to 100 people in their stream, sometimes more, and they just show Funko Pop after Funko Pop, and they say, "Oh, I could do this for 10 or 15 or 20." And they've started to go more that route now, which makes sense. Tommy says there is a lady here I watch that has no social media following. Some months she's selling 100K on Whatnot. She gets amazing overstock pallets. Wow, that is incredible. She starts at what she wants. She starts lounge for like 20 to 30, and they all sell. I don't think I've seen an item not sell from her. Yeah, see, that's. I mean, Whatnot America is obviously quite a different beast to UK. UK is not as established, I suppose, as the American one, which is a little bit of a concern for some people right now because obviously just because it's established and popular in the US doesn't mean that's going to translate over here in the UK because obviously it's a different market, and as we saw with Poshmark, success doesn't always translate. It's kind of like when musicians go overseas to break America. Just because they're popular here doesn't mean they're going to be popular in the States, and vice versa. I think it's the same scenario with these platforms. Whatnot's incredibly diverse. I've seen in the States, like there's people selling all kinds of things. There's people streaming all kinds of different styles of stream. Here in the UK, it's very much heavily trading cards, Funko Pops, and used clothes and new clothes. So at the moment, those are like the majority of the sellers, and it's very limited in that sense. There aren't many people doing like, I don't know if there's anyone doing vinyl or used stuff, like different, there's not a lot of variety yet. So it's good to see that slowly, that if that starts happening, that would be great. I know Tom's started to go on to Whatnot. I've seen a few posts on Instagram where he's clearing out one of his like backlog, like storage units and things. So hopefully more people will like see stuff like that and be encouraged to go on it. But it's a different market here, and I don't think like it's as easy to just get what something's worth. What else are people saying? So they all worked hard at getting their following, I guess, says Lex. Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like you do need to. I'm not sure how the following situation works. I mean, there are UK sellers that I'd not seen on the UK YouTube reselling scene, but that doesn't mean anything. The reselling scene isn't necessarily where a lot of UK people hang out, but they still find Whatnot viable and are doing it. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure how important the following side is. I do think it's a case of having a good product, and I do think also I do feel like eventually the host, the streamer themselves, that is going to become more and more important. Like how engaging can you be? How engaging are you to hold some an audience? Because right now there's obviously I know people say there's a lot of sellers and there's not as many buyers, but the amount of sellers is only going to go up from here. It's not going to reduce. So the competition is going to get like higher and higher, which means the products on offer are going to be available from more and more sellers, which means then it's going to come down more and more to the show itself. How you can catch people. So for example, I watch a guy called Gary the Collector. He's got like an amazing personality. He's a lovely guy. And it's his personality that brings people to his stream, and I kind of feel like that's going to play a part as well. So I have to work on becoming more likable. That's going to be a tough one, but I'm going to give it my best shot. The international shipping should help a bit, I would hope. Tons of people get things they can't get domestically. And Tom says he has actually got a vinyl record auction. So definitely check out that, guys, for those of you that are in here that are into vinyl. Tom will be auctioning some vinyl records some lots. That is cool. Oh, that's very sweet of you to say, Lex. But I want to be likable by like you have to be like you you can't be Marmite likable. Like I feel like I can be Marmite likable, and that's fine. But I feel like to be successful on like a platform, you have to be more like vanilla likable, like just more broadly likable. You know, like um, I like you can't be one of those people that's like I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Because if you are not everyone's cup of tea, that's going to affect your the amount of audience you can attract and then actually keep. So I think that is important. You want to be liked by people who also like what you're selling. Exactly, you do. That's true. That's a good point as well. That's a good point. Um, but yeah, those are the kind of things that I'm looking at really. I do, oh, one other thing, right? I still haven't seen any money from my Whatnot auction. I can't remember. It's over a week now, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the stuff has been delivered. I've actually had some lovely feedback, including from yourself, Lex. I've had some feedback from other people as well that they've received the items, and I can't see any money in my Whatnot account, which is a bit of a bummer. But you know, I don't know why that is. Last time, I feel like it became available for me to withdraw quicker. But this time it feels like there's some kind of a delay. I'm not sure. It's probably just a glitch. It'll probably turn up in the next day or two. But it's just not there. None of my sales from my last show have been processed. So yeah, it's a bit crazy that. I mean, like, last time it was a lot quicker. It took 10 days for me to get my first cash. Yeah, I mean, well, speaking of time, and Tom says he's not been paid yet either. Well, speaking of time, I had my first TikTok shop sale the other day. I think it was yesterday or the day before. My first TikTok shop sale, and it was. I'm really happy that I got it because TikTok shop. You know what? I think a lot of people are like loving Whatnot, but I think TikTok has been doing live selling now for the past year or two, and it's really incredible. The audience you can reach, etc. It's really good in a lot of ways. I can see a lot of potential with it. But with TikTok Shop, because I'm new on there, I have to wait for the item to be delivered, and then I have to wait 15 days after that to be able to get my money. How bonkers is that, man? That's pretty bonkers, right? It's like everyone you use, like even with my shop, if I take a payment using my SumUp card, if I take a payment using that, I have to wait till the next day, which is not so bad. But still, you know, like, what happened to the old days of PayPal instant payment, eh? Oh, gosh. I've not paid yet. Do they do instant payouts? Yes, Tommy, as Lexa says, yeah, once you sell over 1,000 items, you can get quicker payouts. I do want to get to that. You know, I think what I'm going to do, like I said, is I'm going to be brave and just do a Whatnot with my prices. And I think you've kind of got to do the show as if it's, you've got to do the show as if it's just like a Twitch stream or a YouTube stream. You've just got to go on there, I think. And I've got to be like, hi there, like, yeah, do you want to, here you go, look at this, Sons of Anarchy, Mezco bobblehead. There's very good likeness of the actor. I can't even remember the actor's name, but he also played Hellboy. Nice detail, Scott. £10, guys. Do you want me to run this for £10? And they'll run it for 10, and someone might buy it. Like, it's a good price for that, right? Like, it's a Mezco bobblehead from Sons of Anarchy. 10 is a good price, and then someone should hopefully buy it. But you've got to be brave to do that. Like, I don't think I'm necessarily brave enough to do that. I feel kind of a little bit, I don't know, I feel a little bit nervous. Like, I kind of feel better when I'm doing, man, people just love to stare as I go past. Like, people love to do the £1. Like, I feel happier doing the £1 starts because I'm like, oh, it's just £1 start. It's so cheap. If someone's gonna get a bargain, and it creates the activity, the drama. But I do feel like I need to, you know, promote more. You know, my stuff is worth more than just the pound starts, I suppose. I just don't want to give my data to TikTok, otherwise I would. Plus, I'd be addicted to the doom scrolling. You know what, Tom? It's the marketing on there, like the audience on there. it's pretty crazy. It's good. I can't grumble. I mean, I don't know much about like the data side of things. I'm not huge. I like into that. As in, I I feel at this point the cat's out of the bag, right? I kind of feel like, you know what? You couldn't get a more ominous name than the Alphabet Company. It's like it's something out of Resident Evil, isn't it? Like the Alphabet Company. Why would you? I mean that's like some kind of really nefarious sounding corporation. And if we're happy to share all our information with the Alphabet Company, I kind of think you may as well share it with the CCP as well, or whatever they're called, the Communist Party or whatever of China. I think it's all much of a muchness at this point. I think the cat's out of the bag as far as data goes. You know, and you know, I don't know, but obviously everyone's got their own, you know, like attitudes and opinions towards these things. So it's cool. How much of a cut do they take? I think it's about 5% in some things, David. So it's a lot less than eBay. It's like a 5% type thing. And not just that, I think TikTok Shop, what's popular in TikTok Shop is I can go on to the marketplace and become like an affiliate shill for whatever crusty products they've got. Now, it's not personally something that I'm doing. I like to just go on there and I'd rather just talk about my own products that I have in hand that I've bought that I think are cool. But there is a big market. There's a lot of streamers on TikTok who live stream these like affiliate products and they get commissions. So because the market is so huge. Hey, Chris, Cookie and the Haydens, thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. I'm just testing out my mobile live stream and just killing some time really until it's time for me to pick up Rebecca and go out for the afternoon. So yeah, I'm really chilled about that. Actually, I need to go and get myself like a little drink now as well. See, I'm using the wireless functionality of my camera. How cool is that? Look at this, all wireless and that, you know. Oh gosh, it's nice and warm in here actually. So much warmer in here. Oh God, let me just quickly open this with one hand. God, I've got to be careful I don't spill stuff. Yeah. So there's a lot of different things to kind of think about really when it comes to it. But yeah, I'm not gonna I think that ideally, in an ideal world, I'd have all of my traffic coming to my website where I don't get any fees, and obviously the shop would be the best. Like if I could get a footfall into the shop, that's like the best because they buy it, they take it. You know, some people pay cash. Obviously, even if they pay card, it's only a small percentage. That's like the best, right? So footfall to the shop and then the website. Those two would be my like primary. Like if in a dream world, that's what I would like the most, is just to have all of my customers coming to the coming to the shop, coming to the website. But realistically, that takes a lot of marketing and time, and also just realistically in terms of footfall, it's going to be a tough ask to ever make this a super busy shop, and I don't think it ever will be a super busy shop, and we kind of knew that when we opened it. It's a small town, small high street. Obviously things change, and over the years demographics change, etc. So there is always ebbs and flows, but the website definitely can be a big thing. And in a way, like that's why I think marketing the website and marketing our shop on TikTok is great, because I can not only do that, do the marketing, do the videos, show my products, etc., but then they've got a really good shop app where people can just buy from me through TikTok, which is okay. It just allows that, it gives them that confidence. They might not trust me, they don't know who I am, but they trust TikTok. They're on it all the time. They buy stuff on it all the time. So then they can buy from me on there. But through that, hopefully it will grow like an audience for my website and shop, because I have had people come into the shop in the past because they've seen me on TikTok. So even though I would prefer they wouldn't buy off of TikTok, I'd prefer they would buy off my website. Same goes with YouTube. YouTube have now got like the shop ad thing, like where you can link your e-commerce shop to your YouTube channel, which is really cool. Unfortunately, they offer it for Shopify and a couple of other platforms, but they don't do it for WooCommerce at the moment. So I can't actually use that, which is a shame. Where you can then tag products to your videos. I can also tag my products to my Instagram posts and my Facebook and all that. And again, people can, you know, like just be diverted here. These are all things that I'm kind of like, you know, just trying to work out. Same with Whatnot. Whatnot is great to get the kind of awareness of our existence out, really, more than anything else. Does TikTok translate to sales in other ways? Well, yeah, like I said, Lex, it's not just about sales on the shop, but like you can, when you get like a good video, you can like I've had in the past where I've had like slightly not viral, but like more popular videos, and I can actually see like a little bump up in the traffic of our website to coincide with the popular TikTok. And like I said, I've actually had people come in from TikTok, like quite a few people come into the shop from TikTok, so it's good in that respect. Just aware, it's just advertise, free marketing basically, isn't it? So those are the types of things that I'm trying to like just focus on, I suppose. But yeah, let me just perch you guys up here so I don't have to hold the phone. Cool. Right, okay, there we go. Now I can just be hands-free now, can't I? What else is there to talk about? I don't know. I don't know. What else? I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what else I can chat about. eBay. No, I don't really want to talk about eBay. Hey, Kathy. Pies. I didn't actually have a pie this morning. Oh, I know something. All right. Our dog is a lot heavier than we thought he was. We were thinking he's about 12 kilos. I'm going to quickly talk about the dog because it's just in my mind. But he actually weighs about 15 kilos. So I think we may have been underfeeding the poor guy. He's not skinny or anything, but I'm just going to feed him a bit more. So that's something else that's going on. Pies. I've not had a pie today. I did have a chicken balti pie from the roasting joint the other day. It was delicious. This morning I actually just picked up some chicken bites. They do this little pot of chicken bites with nice chili sauce on it, so that's been really good. So Kathy and David M, thanks for popping in, guys. What else can I talk about? I don't know what I used to talk about on these streams, if I'm honest. I'm looking forward to, obviously, like I said, going out later. That's going to be fun. It's like our date night type thing. Hanging out together. We're watching Game of Thrones. Not watched that for a few days, but we're watching that on Blu-ray. What else? Not a great deal. I've not been playing any games. I wish I was playing some video games. I need to get back into it. I really miss playing some Halo. I want to play a bit of Halo Infinite online. Graphs. Oh, I haven't done. Well, there's no graphs. The graphs are gone. Oh my God, Josh! Thanks for popping in. Josh Gold in the chat. Josh he's an amazing dude. I really enjoyed his channel whilst it was up, but I understand because of work requirements they've asked you to remove it. Car boots. We could talk about car boots, I suppose. Good morning from Toronto. Yeah, by the way, for those of you that are unaware, you probably shouldn't be, because Josh was super popular and streamed with Flipping Ain't Easy over in the States. A lovely guy, just really enjoyed his streams, and I'm kind of sad that, you know, obviously had to make a decision to put the social media on the back burner. So, but it happens, doesn't it? It happens. If someone, you know, if I ended up with a really good job, someone wanted to pay me loads of money for a job and was like, the downside is you can't have social media, I'd cut this in a heartbeat. If someone was going to give me, I'd take 50 grand a year, if I'm honest. But there's no way I could even get a job for 50 grand a year. I just couldn't do it. It's just not viable, not realistic. Car boots. Yeah, let's talk about some car boot stuff, I suppose. I've not been to any. So there's that. What else can I say? I've not been to any. You know what? There would have been a time I would have been driving to Bolton, which is like the closest car boot, but I just can't. I can't be bothered. That's the. Do you know what? One thing I've noticed. Right. Let's talk about car boots. Like, one thing I've noticed is car boots have become too rich for my blood. I've been watching quite a few videos. I saw one recently with Dave ABL Reselling, and it's like he was actually at Bolton, and I saw him, and he bought he bought a Zebra GK 420 printer, and it's just like he paid £50 for it, which is a great price if you knew for sure it was working. But like the fact that someone can just rock up to a car park and straight faced ask like 60 or 50 quid for a print. I think it asked 60, and then I think Dave managed to haggle him down to 50. And the fact that that's now where we're at in car boots, where the seller really has it's all the hand. Like, it's just it's too much. Like, I kind of feel like it's too rich for my blood. Like, I can't pay someone and there would have been a time where I would have paid for things, like paid good money, but now I just don't feel like I can do that. I kind of feel like it's gotten a bit silly now, where I'm like, people are asking so much money for like random stuff, and it's not just car boots, it's at auctions, it's everywhere is so overpriced right now, and I just can't be part of it, if I'm honest. It's like ridiculous, the money that sellers are asking at car boots. They're asking for the majority of the money. When you think about it, if they're selling something for a tenner, which you can sell for 30 on eBay, £10 is still when you consider they don't have to ship, they don't have to take a return, they don't have to worry about any kind of issues or anything like that, or it's done, it's cash in hand, there's no fees, it's instant payment, it's not like whatever, none of the hassle of online. £10 is actually worth more than £10 out of that 30, and I kind of feel like you now have to find items which are so much more. You can't do 10 into 30, it's got to be at least 10 into 50 or something now. But it's just asking too much, and I kind of feel like also, especially like just generally, people are asking that so much for since COVID, I guess, so much for their items. Yeah, of course there are still bargains to be had, etc. But like, I wouldn't drive now like 30 miles each way or something to a car boot in the hope of finding something. It's not worth it. I'd rather just go on to wholesale and one of the liquidation sites that or liquidation lists that some of the wholesalers have. I can choose exactly what I'm getting. I know exactly the condition it's going to come in new, or if it's box damage, they state it's box damage or whatever, and I can buy something. And the same thing happens with when people try to sell me stuff. The amount of times I get people selling me stuff, and I'm just straight up telling them now, look, I'm going to pay you between 20 and 30% of market value for it to even be worth it. Otherwise, I would just buy, I don't need your Funko Pops. I can buy Funko Pops cheap enough from wholesale, so I don't need yours in particular. And people are shocked that, like, or I don't say that, obviously I don't need your Funko Pop. I don't say that, but I just say, yeah, I'm happy to look at what you've got, but just to let you know, I pay about 20 to 30% of market value. And obviously some people will go for it, but a lot of people, there's radio silence after that. But it's not worth me buying them for anymore, because then it's just more faff. Why wouldn't I just spend that money with the wholesalers? Still, but yeah, and what am I going to do now that Greenhouse has closed? Norcross is always looking promising, Kathy. I know they're not opening as early as I would have liked because of the weather. I think it's like a wet field, isn't it? And it's just it's just the way it is, isn't it? I mean, when they do open, I think Norcross is a good car boot. It's down the road from me, it's not too far, 20-minute drive. The mileage isn't crazy, so I'm happy with that. That's my opinion on that. And then obviously in the summer, St Michael's will hopefully open. Josh accepted that email from a South African prince. Went to Bolton Sunday, very expensive. Says Kathy. Yeah, it's car boot that. I think not just Bolton. I don't want to just pick on Bolton, but I think car boots in general are like, people are just asking, because I think what's happening is so many online sellers have now resorted to just selling at car boots. We tried it, and surprisingly, that's the thing, it works. Like, you can go to a car boot and ask like good money for stuff, and people will pay it, and it's kind of, I don't want to, I just think it's just the way it's going. Hi Josh, top of the morning. £10 for a board game that was open, no guarantee it was complete. Exactly. All they needed was my social security number and my credit card info. Check is in the mail. Can't wait, says Josh. Yeah, that 50 million's on its way. Just at the drive-through getting a coffee. Oh, are you getting a Tim Hortons, Josh? If you're still there. Oh, you know what? I'd love like a Cinnabon or something. Oh gosh, Josh. We need to see you at the bins again, Z. Just be careful not to lean in as far. The bins are done, dude. They're not done, but like, when I say the bins, it's a charity shop which has like literally 3 bins, of which I look in one. It's like one bin, really. The bin, you should call it. I don't. Because I don't go to Preston that often now, I think, not that I've fallen out of favour, but I'm not there every day. I'm like, the few times I have been there, there's been nothing worth looking at. And also, I've now got a phobia of bed bugs still. It's just crept into my mind where I'm like digging through the bins. I'm like, what if I take a bed bug home? Oh God, just can't be dealing with that. But yeah. Even car boot Chris can't be asked with car boot sales at the moment. You know what, Chris? There's so many better ways of sourcing now. Like, I kind of feel like there's just better ways of sourcing. Like, and obviously everything comes to an end, but the prices. What's happening is the prices at car boots are going up, that they're making what would have seemed more expensive and not as valuable methods of sourcing now have become more valuable, because the car boot costs and the charity shop costs are just, they're getting to the point now where it's too much. Like, people are paying, part of it is like people are willing to pay so much. Like, like if you go to CEX, right? And you want to sell them your PlayStation 2, for example. If you go to CEX with PlayStation 2, they will buy it off you for what, £20, I think it is, like 20, £21. But will they just give you £20? No, they'll tell you to fuck off. And then they will sit there and they will test that PlayStation. They will leave it running for half an hour. They'll test all the buttons on the controllers and everything, make sure it's perfect. And only if it is perfectly working will they take it off you for 21 quid. I believe that's what a PS2 loose goes for. Now, you go to a car boot, the guy, the PlayStation will be covered in shit, firstly, okay? It might be mud, it could be shit, we don't know. It's dusty, it's dirty, he's literally pulled it out of someone's attic or wherever, and it's in the same bag. The bag's got crust and dirt in it and everything. And even at the car boot, the guy's still going to ask you 20 quid for it. You don't know whether it's working, you've got no way of testing it. You don't know whether the controllers are working, you don't know whether the AV cable's there, you don't know anything about the console at all, but it's 20. And the worst part is, if you leave that, someone else is going to snap it up. So you almost feel like, if you're into, for example, buying consoles or whatever, £20 for a PS2 at a car boot is now kind of like, as long as it's got its power supply and controller, and that's without any guarantee of it working, it's 20. So where even if it's 15, say it's 15, it's the value is in knowing it's working. When you don't know it's working, you shouldn't technically be paying more than a £5. Really, it should be a £5 for a PlayStation at most, because it's an electrical item. You're in the middle of a fucking field, all right? You're covered in shit, all your stuff's covered in shit, and you're asking 20 quid. And the worst thing is Muggins over here has paid money like that for electricals, and then touch wood, you bring them home and they work, and then you pat yourself on the back because you've gotten a good deal and you can sell it for £60 on eBay. Worst case scenario, it doesn't quite work, or the console works, the pad doesn't fully work, then you're left with a console without a working pad, then you've got to go and wait until you can get a working pad. And then you look at, like I said, CEX, they will test the shit out of it before giving you 20 quid. So car boot like sellers need to obviously ask less, considering it, and their word means nothing. Like, I hate the whole, oh yeah, it's working. The amount of times we've all heard that and it's just not true. So that's bollocks as well, right? So their word means nothing. You're in the middle of a field. You've got no. There's nothing that there's nothing. You can't. That you have no credibility at that point. Okay. When you're just selling out of your boot in the middle of the field, there's no credibility attached to your word. Okay. It's simply what can you see in front of you. So you judge the item. You can shake it, make sure nothing's loose, but you still don't know if it's working or not, and therefore it should be priced as such. And also, buyers should be paying as such. I just don't think it's right when, like I said, you can take your PlayStation 2 to CEX, they'll give you 21 quid, but only after they've been able to fully test it. That's just it. That's just it. It's gotten ridiculous in my opinion. Totally, I don't get the feel I need to go to them right now, says Chris. I mean, I will go when the weather is nice, when the sun is out, when it's pleasant. I'm not gonna fucking. It's just not worth it anymore, quite frankly. Like, you can get such good deals online, So yeah. There was an Xbox One in Bolton for £70. I know nothing about gaming, but £70 seems a lot for something that might not work. It's ridiculous. I sold a mint-in box Xbox, original Xbox, an Xbox One, 70 quid. That's too much. Yeah, that is too much. Your instincts were right. Especially, like you said, you don't know if it works or not. You don't know if it works. I kind of feel like that's the big key when it comes to the electricals and things like that. It's especially the electricals. I mean, I mostly focus on the electricals because they're the ones. Those are the items that are worth me selling because you sell an electrical, they tend to sell for good money, right? So that's why I like selling them. Right, a serious question. With the UK being so small, do you think YouTube has made things this way for sourcing? I don't think it's just YouTube. I don't think so. I actually think it's probably more the pandemic and how it changed things, because it's not just car boots. The other thing that's gone absolutely batshit crazy here is auction houses. Again, people are bidding on, like, they're paying so much for it's ridiculous. It's like they don't know how to work out hammer prices or it's just crazy. It's just a little bit crazy. Everything is a little bit too high. I think also, like I said, people just have this warped idea of their stuff's value. YouTube, I don't think it has that much of an impact, if I'm honest. I think it's more of a greater thing where things have changed. Like I said, a lot of auction houses, for example, used to be in person, much simpler. Now they're all online, and also people just the auction houses themselves have changed how they do things. There's far fewer auction houses which sell bundles and lots of things. They will now, if a house clearance person turns up with a bunch of stuff, they will sift through and look for the good stuff, sell it separately, sell it online themselves probably, or auction it individually as an individual item. So they've even changed. Obviously charity shops have changed. It makes a lot of sense, But yeah, car boots have just now gotten. I think the difference is with car boots, a lot of online sellers, and like I said, I did it and it worked. I can take some of my stuff, brand new toys and stuff, and you can ask a little bit under eBay, and people, the collectors out there will pay for it and stuff. So it does work. I get why people do it. A lot of online sellers now sell at the car boots as another income source to supplement their eBay and stuff like that. And I think you can see that. You can see that with the types of stalls. You can see that with the prices. I just feel like, and also not to mention, the average person now has less reason to go to a car boot to sell, because you can now sell all your good stuff pretty easily on the likes of Facebook and Vinted and all that stuff, and then they just take the stuff that's not worth so much to the charity shops, and I think that's how it works. I agree, if you're not adapting your way of sourcing, then you're missing out. YouTube isn't really that big, Tommy. Most of the sellers don't watch it. Much more enjoyable when it's nice and warm. Nice to not need to do it anymore, says Chris. Exactly, yeah, I think so. You had some TV shows as well, didn't you? It's an age-old debate here. I don't think YouTube affects us because we have such an abundance, but I could see smaller markets being affected. Yeah, I mean, in the UK, there's always been a big to be honest with you, I think people have always been wheeler dealers in the UK. That's why Only Fools and Horses is such a popular show. It's such a timeless classic. Everyone loves Del Boy. I think a lot of people feel like they've got a little bit of Del Boy in them, and I kind of feel like that's not really an issue. I don't think social media affects things that badly. I think that's like a bit of a misconception. I just think it's just a change. I think it's changed. I think not all things stay the same. There was a time when it was a viable business model to open a shop and fill it with DVDs, and people would rent them off you for £3 a night, £4 a night, and then pay £5 for a packet of stale popcorn. But that's not a viable business model. I just think things change. I don't think it's I don't think it's anything like specific. There's not one particular thing. I think it's more of a case of we are in the process of seeing a change in how things are done and how you source. Your sourcing methods have to change. Honestly, guys, like seeing what I can see with some of the wholesale accounts and the products available at wholesale, you know you could quite easily now buy from wholesale, take that stuff to Car Boots and sell it for profit, because people are just willing to pay more. There was a time where people would not expect to take anything more than £1 out for an item. It was weird to pay more than £2 and certainly more than £5. But now it's standard to pay £20 for an item. It can be almost standard. It's almost, and obviously some of that is to do with the dealers and all that kind of stuff. But I don't think it's just that. I think it's just a change in time. It's a change. Like we used to be able to go around Car Boots and find product X, and now you can't. That's all it is. Hey Shazad. I'm not complaining about anything, Shazad, but thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. I'm not complaining. I'm just killing some time before I go meet Beck. I've got 20 minutes. I've just been talking about how Car Boots have changed. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying they've changed and how they're not worth. It's not worth me traveling to them. Like if I've got a local one and the weather's nice, I'll go to it. Otherwise, yeah, I'm not fussed, if I'm honest. I can get enough stuff coming through the shop, and also from wholesale. I'm happy to just order that way, and like having more direct sources is better for me. I'm not going to be out there. If the weather's nice, I'll be out there 100% because I like it. But I'm not traveling in the cold and the dark and stuff. Speaking of which, I need to turn this heater off. Oh, it's too warm in here now. It is too friggin' warm. So yeah, are you too good for the shop? What do you mean, am I too good for the shop? I'm in the shop. Look, I'm in the shop. Look, I'm wireless as well, Shazad. Look, I can walk around. How cool is this? Look, I can just walk around the shop. Look, even though I'm using OBS, okay, I'm walking around. How cool is that? Ah, mobile. This is the future. Yeah, I'm loving this. This is going to be helpful, like I said, for when I do my TikToks and my whatnots. TikToks and whatnots. That's the plan. So I'm now fully mobile. My phone has gotten rather warm. The weather, his dog, Car Boots, pie shop, date night, people staring in the windows, starting bids and whatnot. My stall was. I loved the stall. I wish I did that for a bit longer. But again, so far this year, the market has been dead. Like because of the weather. The weather's been so bad and it's so cold. The market won't pick up until the summer. I might actually still do something for the market. Might have some plans for the market this summer actually. But yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good. Can't grumble. But yeah, I've been talking about a few bits. You guys in the chat have helped me. Just talk crap, really, but I appreciate it. You said you were too good when they didn't give you your normal space. No, I don't know if I said I was too good. Did I? I can't remember. I may have done. Who knows? But yeah, it was. I liked the regular spot. I like the regular spot. But at the moment, the market's a no-go anyway. It's just. Right. It's 12:42. I've got to walk to get the car. Oh, my car's got issues, believe it or not. I need to replace the heater motor. The heater motor's gone. So it's like I have to have that little squidgy thing to make sure the windows are clean on the inside. But that's a minor. Right. It was a quick little chat. I wanted to see how this all works on here. It's working. What? CRV? Yeah, my CRV Shazad. It's still going. It's just the heater motor's gone. But I'll need that fixed. Otherwise, I'm not sure it will pass the MOT. So I've got to get that fixed. It's quite easy. It's just under the passenger footwell. You pull it out, but I haven't got the tools or the part for that. So I'm taking it to the garage tomorrow, and they're going to have a look at it and hopefully sort it out for me. Right. Thank you everybody for joining. Have a great day, all of you. I hope you enjoy the rest of it. But yes, thank you, Kathy. I will give my love, give your love to Becca, and I look forward to spending the afternoon with her actually. So I'm gonna walk over to the car now because I don't park in the car park. I save myself the 350. Park on a nearby road. Just think of all the fries you might find. God. Thank you for popping in, guys. Thank you for the super chats on me. I will make sure I've got the robot voices and everything sorted out for the next time I go live. I promise. Although obviously there's but anyway, thanks for popping in, guys. I'll see you. I'll see you in the next.